Welcome to Invictus Porsche. My name is Basheer. I will be presenting this Porsche Cayman 718 GTS. For various reasons, this is my ultimate dream car when it comes to Porsche, and that's because of everything that the 718 GTS offers you, but above all, it's all about the spec when it comes to these cars. Before I cover anything from a test drive point of view, just the exterior, the interior, what it's like to drive, future values, don't forget to press that subscribe button, and also whatever money we make out of YouTube actually gets donated to a charity. So a UK registered charity. We've got a few projects happening in Afghanistan. If you'd like to donate to it, the link is below in the description. In the meantime, let's just jump right into this car by driving it. So right from the get-go, these are an absolute of an experience to have, because you've got a fantastic placement here from how far you sit from the steering wheel. It's a mid-engine layout. These cars look amazing. They look great. They drive great. They feel amazing just sitting in them. It's an experience. It's a journey in itself. Having the Alcantara option with the GT Sport steering wheel, I think works phenomenally well. I love this combination. And now this having the carbon pack and just having, you know, the white diamond stitching throughout the extended leather package, I think all in all it works phenomenally well. From the get-go, if you just want to drive one of these in the standard, you know, the comfort mode, they drive great. But you know, these cars really, you've got to experience it in the sports mode with the exhaust switched on. So having the foot slightly heavy on the accelerator pedal, this is what you get. A bit of a grunt from the exhaust system. It's okay, it's all right. It still gets your, you know, hair up, and you get this really beautiful tingling sensation because you're in a Porsche. It's a GTS. It sounds great. It's exhilarating. And now to make this whole memory even sweeter and more enjoyable, and why has it got to be a memory? It's done 57,000 miles. Put another 10,000 miles on it, you can't go wrong. So we've got all the sports settings on. It's in the sports mode, not in the sports plus. Let's hear it. Now talk about this for an experience. That sound, the acceleration, the handling, how well balanced they are, how well they corner. Just so responsive. Slides in and out of corners. This is definitely an experience to live for. And let's turn around here and check the turning circle on them, which is again absolutely brilliant. So at no point, I mean, even after pushing this car, at no point am I feeling like I'm driving something that is hard and that is uncomfortable and that is not enjoyable. None of that. I'm still in a sports car. I'm getting all the performance and the juices out of it, but still being comfortable and not breaking my back. But now let's talk about the performance on this, because the 718 GTS and the 718s in general, they're turbocharged. So this has the 2.5 litre turbocharged engine. This is the Boxer 4, the 4-cylinder engine, as opposed to we've always been used to the 6 cylinders, but now we are at it. It's 4 cylinders. It produces 360 bhp. They're incredibly torquey because of the turbocharged element. It's a gorgeous sound. Incredibly torquey, which produces 420 Newton meters of torque. And the 0 to 60 is again, 0 to 62 miles per hour is again something to despise and something to absolutely love if you own one of these. that is in a blisteringly quick 4.6 seconds. I wouldn't say it's too fast to not experience or enjoy or go through the process of driving one of these, but fast enough to still feel that you're going quick but enjoyable. And if you're somebody that likes to know what sort of MPG you get from this, combined you're looking at 31 miles per gallon, and on a motorway you could be getting up to 40 miles per gallon in something out of this. But these cars in no way, form or shape are they actually about the economy. It's all about the fun, and you do get some economy. Let's slide this in Sport Plus. Beautiful. Just the sound. Again, the experience of having something like this. I mean, these were naturally aspirated for such a long time. Now they're turbocharged. Has it lost a little bit of that naturally aspirated feeling? Not at all. I mean, Porsche have done a phenomenal job in still being able to produce this naturally aspirated like sound out of a turbocharged engine. Gearbox wise, you've got the on the downshifts, that burble, that sound you get from the exhaust is phenomenal. I love it. Gearbox wise, you've got the 7-speed PDK gearboxes, and they're 12 clutch. They do a phenomenal job. It complements Porsche and it works phenomenally well with Porsches. Now the downshifts in the Sport Plus mode, don't they sound amazing? And should you want to take it out of this auto mode, you can actually slide the gear select lever to the left and press it up, keeping second gear, 6,000 RPM. Now to the third. And with third gear, cornering. So if you want to go up a gear, let's do that. Fantastic. And let's go 2 gears down. And turn back around. Up to 6,000 RPM, 6,500 RPM. And now third gear. But really, one doesn't need to be putting it into manual mode to experience what these are like. You can simply leave in auto and just enjoy, because the sports and the Sport Plus mode, they do an incredible job. Phenomenal. Just the sound of it. And the most beautiful thing about this is, when you've got it in the Sport Plus mode and when you're actually using the paddle shifts to drop down from the 5th to the 4th to the 3rd gear, what a sound. Let's experience this one last time. Okay, the road is clear. So the 2nd gear. It's stuck there on the 4th. Now to the 5th. Let's go down. And we'll do this one more time. And even in just idling whilst turning around, what a sound. And it's very addictive, this whole energy about Porsches and this whole energy about what you actually get out of the Porsche experience, whether it's the Cayman or the Boxster. It's a phenomenal thing to experience, phenomenal thing to feel. And I'm truly lucky and fortunate to experience this day in and day out. So I mean, this is it for the test drive side of things. And yeah, let's talk about the rest of the spec on this. Just fresh out of my test drive, and what a car, what an experience, just exhilarating, the sound of it and what it's like just being in the driver's seat, holding that amazing GT Sport steering wheel. But this car is all about the spec, as I mentioned right at the beginning of the video. It's finished in the agate grey metallic paint color and complemented with these beautiful, gorgeous 20-inch Carrera S Edition 4 alloys, which are also finished in sort of a gloss/matte black look from factory. But it's all the trim that this car has, starting from the sport design kit, is a sport design package that it has. That means the side door mirrors, the front apron, and what you find here at the back. This is part of the sport design package. This is also finished in this beautiful theme of black on grey and the Porsche stripe that comes directly from factory, packaged with this vehicle. And it's got this sort of murdered out black kind of a look to it, again, with the black and the grey working hand in hand. Spec is extremely important on these GTSs because not every GTS comes as well spec'd as this, and you know, you could be quite easily deceived thinking that the GTS from factory are very well spec'd. That is not true, because you would find some box standard steering wheels and you would find a lot of the key spec missing from it. This has got the sports exhaust. That is, as a matter of fact, from factory. That's what it comes with. It's got the Porsche Active Dynamic engine mounts. Additionally, this has the Chrono Sport Plus package. Again, that is standard with the GTS. But what it does have is the LED lights at the back, and it's got the bi-xenon dynamic headlights at the front, called ABHAA, something like this. This is what it stands for. But before I actually talk about the front of the vehicle, I'd like the cameraman to come inside so that I can discuss a little bit of the inside. And a little bit is an understatement, because you've got the GT Sport steering wheel, you've got cruise control, you've got sports seats, you've got GTS written on the headlining, you've got GTS here, you've got GTS as soon as you walk into the car. This car also has the carbon package, as well as having the Alcantara and leather combination, which works phenomenal, because that is what you need both in the summer and in the winter, because it's just perfect. So not only do you have Alcantara on your seat as well as leather, but you actually have the extended leather and Alcantara package extend to this front place here in the middle. You've got Alcantara PDK gear selector lever. You've got Alcantara here on the handrest. You've got the seats finished in this hard shell look, which are fantastic. They look phenomenal, and the leather sort of being wrapped around the seats. You've got the extended leather continuing here onto the rest of the vehicle. You've got the chrono watch. Additionally, in terms of the entertainment system, let's get that switched on. This entertainment system has the upgraded radio, as well as it's got CarPlay. Additionally, you've got the climate control with AC, heated seats, and you've got the European navigation system. The PCMs are now upgraded, obviously, on the 718s when you compare to the 981s. So therefore, not only do you have the Apple CarPlay connectivity there, the touch screen and just the whole display is more colorful or much more easier to use. All in all, what can you expect on the inside of the vehicle if you're a tall person? This is, what can I say, one of these cars. It looks small from a spacious or from a practicality point of view, but I've got a colleague of mine that is 6'4", and he easily gets into one of these without any problems and drives them, you know, as much as he needs to. So the seats are extremely practical, and they can be adjusted as much as you want. Now we'll jump onto the front boot. This front boot is extremely spacious. I normally try to illustrate by getting in there and just telling you how big it is, but I wouldn't do it on this instance because it's nice and clean and tidy. So that's the front boot for you. Again, you've got this beautiful look that comes with the 718 GTS, and how the sort of really bright black against the grey. It combines and works extremely well. And I alluded to the sport design mirrors. And now you also, because of the mid-engine layout in these, because the engine is just behind the seats, it's right here in front of the rear axle. This is called the mid-engine layout. This is what you tend to find in race cars because it perfectly balances cars from a 50 or a 50-40 point of view. But what you find here additionally is boot space here at the back, and you get some more storage space here where you got these little compartments there in the middle. This spoiler, which is quite deceptive, my colleague was referring to it earlier, and he says, does it actually come up? And it looks wonderful when it's up, and it's actually even more wonderful when it's down. Let me illustrate. And voila. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you liked my quick little summary of what these cars are like. I hope you've enjoyed the test drive. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that charity link if you'd like to donate to them. And yeah, just support us by growing this channel, and all the revenue we make from it goes to charity anyway, which is approximately £200 every 28 days now. So the channel is doing rather well. Thank you. Bye bye.